For nearly 2 decades, many Angelinos woke up to the voice of radio personality Argelia Atilano and her husband, Omar Velasco. Together, they hosted El Show de Omar y Argelia, a popular morning radio show on K-Love 107.5. So when they recently announced they were taking a break from radio, listeners were shocked. You'll be happy to hear Argelia, though, has a new project, and we talked to her about her life, career, and East LA, the place where she first found her voice.
Yo nomás estoy aquí por un año, así que aprovechenme, les decía
Ni
yo.
siquiera me den extensión de teléfono ni computadora.
It's like, you know what the Dodgers mean to LA, right? If you're an Angelino, if you're a true Angelino, you know what K-Love means to LA.
No les dé miedo, no tienen que ser escritores o autores o expertos, pero cuenten su historia porque es el reflejo del amor de Dios.
El show de Omar y Argelia was on for 18 years from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Every single day. From music to talk, you name it, we had it all.
It was a very entertaining show, not only just funny, but also very educational. Every morning. Yeah.
Wow.
K-Love. Yeah, I mean, I commute from Covina in the morning. K-Love.
There it is.
Yes.
You grow up in the hood, in the barrio of East LA, listening to this station, and you end up owning your show. It felt nice to know that the #1 show, General Market, was many times El Show de Omar y Argelia. And that's also a beautiful thing because when we closed this chapter, we closed it being #1, General Market. So yes, that's also why it was a shock to LA. Wait, what do you mean Omar and Argelia are leaving the radio airwaves? They're #1 General Market. But that's also a beautiful goodbye. You know, you want to leave on top. K-Love is a huge part of my life. They were looking for a female voice to accompany the star at the time, Pepe Barreto. I went to the audition with the Pepe Barreto. I don't know how I did it, but I did it, and I landed the gig. I did it mostly for my mom. I'm like, how cool would it be to be on the air, on the radio, on her favorite radio station where she gets to listen to me every morning? And so that was really what drove me to the audition, not knowing that I would fall in love, literally, in that station with the co-host, not Pepe, but later on Omar Velasco, who came in to try to fill in some big shoes after Pepe Barreto left. My life changed. My life changed completely. I had a new family. I had a radio family. The fact that they welcomed us into their homes, into their cars, into their offices, into their jobs, into their lives, the least we could do was, you know, bring them into our own life. I always promised myself that when I made it in my career, I would come back to my community and give back. And every time I said that, I meant it to come to Garfield High School. No matter how many years go by, once a bulldog, always a bulldog with a clear head, a strong arm, and a true heart. I always say that I was reborn in East LA. Why in East LA? Because at the school, at Garfield High School, I finally found my voice. I fell in love with my culture. I discovered so many things about me, and it happened at this school. My locker, I don't remember which one it was anymore, but it was this section. And it was definitely it was either 601 or 603. So whoever has that locker, please take care of it.
I mean, obviously she's on the airwaves, she's on TV. I mean, she is a personality that people in our community definitely know. But despite all that, I mean, she comes back. We have graduations that she speaks for. We have events that she's here for. She has given to our future college students via scholarships and things like that. And so her presence is still felt, despite that she went through the school years ago.
When I came to East LA in my teens, there was a very negative stereotype about East LA being just a bad neighborhood. Crime, gangs, that's what was projected in movies. When you come to East LA and you actually get to live in this neighborhood like I did, you see a different light, and you want that to be highlighted in movies and in the news. I want people to know that I come from East LA, and I didn't turn out that bad. Back in the 80s when I was a kid, I was never used to seeing Latina figures in books, history class, school lessons, but that was in the 80s. Fast forward 2018, Camila, my daughter, she came home from school. Mom, I get to write a report. I have to choose a woman who has done an enormous contribution in this country. And here's a list. And when I saw the list, my heart broke because I didn't see any Latina figures. I said, I think I'm gonna write a book about Latina trailblazers who have contributed in enormous ways, to this country, through STEAM programs, arts, science, robotics, politics. And so I found Ana Alvarado, who also happens to be a phenomenal artist and who also had this dream of illustrating a book with this concept. 3 years later, here we are, delivering Grandes Dreamers. And so this is my new adventure and my new journey, really, as an author, and it fills me with pride.
To learn more about Argelia's career and her new book, go to grandesdreamers.com.